Yes, indeed. Feature episode +0028. And we are here, this is a special episode, of course, tulisema this year we are going to cover more than just one form of motorsports. Because at the end of the day, we are racing fans. Ama namna gani, guys?
Yeah.
We are racing fans.
Next episode kutakuwa na WRC.
Yeah, next. Oh, yeah, but it's in Kenya.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, MotoGP was happening this weekend, the Portuguese Grand Prix, and some interesting things were happening. Oh, first things first, I'm sorry. I'm your host, AS, the Trouble Man himself, joined here by none other than the Statman himself, Mushiri, and less troublesome Dan. Interesting stuff happened this weekend at the Portuguese GP. You want to kick us off?
Yeah. So this was the second race of the year. First race was Qatar. And there we had the two favorite people who probably might win this championship this year. So this is Jorge Martin and Pecco Bagnaia, both riding the Ducati. both riding the Ducati bike. But Pecco is in the factory team, and Jorge Martin rides for the satellite team, the customer team. So looking forward to good racing, because Portimao, just the track itself, the change in elevation, the sweeping corners, as in the long straights, it's a really interesting track.
It's a challenging one.
Yes. And it will punish you if you, let's say, you get your braking late, or if you carry too much speed into a corner, it's going to punish you. So I was looking forward to another Pecco and Martin battle, because both of them, coming from Qatar, Pecco was leading the championship, but Jorge Martin was just a few points away.
Yeah.
And Jorge Martin, I think he's relentless.
Do
Jorge
you?
Martin is sending a message to the factory Ducati team that, hey, if you don't give me the number 2 seat, I am going to take it.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, man. You want something, you go take it, and you take it by results, because that guy has been performing. I think he's the championship leader at this point right now.
Yep. He's leading the championship.
And he was the winner of the Portuguese GP. Wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
the previous race,
he was the winner of it. And it's really interesting to see, because now you're putting a top team in a dilemma. Could you give the fans some contrast?
Wait, who won the sprint race?
The sprinters, Maverick Vinales
With
Aprilia.
With
He races
Aprilia.
for Aprilia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was there sprint race this weekend?
Yeah.
There's always sprint race
there's always
in
sprint race.
MotoGP.
Oh, there's always a sprint race in MotoGP.
Yeah.
So anytime the feature race is happening, there's also a sprint race somewhere happening.
Yep.
On Saturday.
Oh, okay. So are they giving half points the way they do in Formula 1?
Yes. But only up to P8.
Oh, okay. That's nice, because I see they award points to up to P16, P15 in the normal race.
No. It's still top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah.
I
But
thought
in the
that-
sprinters, they, instead of giving trophies or other things, they give them medals.
You think
Like
medals?
the Olympic one.
Yeah.
I mean, medals.
Well,
aren't
in
such a
Formula
bad
they also do the same thing.
thing. Do they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen medals.
I've seen medals.
People are usually given medals by
but
FIA.
I don't think it's every race.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's every race, because I should have seen them.
Australia walipewa
To be
medals.
honest,
I haven't seen medals, bro.
But kwa Warabu,
I was
Saudi
feeling
Arabia,
some
there
type of way
was...
about the Australia GP. I didn't even watch the Capodium thing. But they're usually given medals. Yeah. So Portimao, good track. Now we have a really good set of riders, We have Marquez, who's finally on a Ducati, man.
Finally.
Finally on a Ducati, yeah. And I think he's also taking the fight to the factory folks. He's also sending a message.
But I just seen the highlights. I didn't know he crashed out.
Yeah. Well, I think that we saw the old Marquez.
But
So,
is he really...
speaking of
was he
crashing
at
out,
fault in that?
who was he crashing out with?
Pecco.
Bagnaia,
Yeah. The current reigning champion.
The defending champion.
the defending
Yes, the
champion. Is he bike number 1?
Yes, he's
He has
bike
that
numero uno.
he has a Max Verstappen syndrome.
No,
Also.
Max has the Pecco number. Kidding. But Pecco is the guy, And I think this is a battle which everyone was looking forward to, Marquez and Pecco. Because to be honest, Pecco has been having it easy like the past 2 years.
Really?
You think so?
Yes.
Why though?
First of all, Ducati, today they still have the best bike.
And
he was Ducati's number 1 rider. So the riders who are either as good as him or maybe slightly better than him. I think Marquez 2 years ago was still a better rider than Pecco. Marquez didn't have the bike under him. He was racing for Honda a few years back. So
hey, shout out Honda.
yeah. So Pecco was just doing his thing. He's like Max. He's running on a clock. Like every lap he's hitting the same time. And that's how basically he was dominating the championship and even the race weekends. So seeing Marquez being given the same bike, a Ducati, it's not a factory bike. He's not riding for the factory. But seeing Marquez being given almost to equal machinery, we were definitely going to see heads clash.
At some point.
And I think Portimao was too soon because this is race 2. I was expecting it maybe race 4, race 5, somewhere there when now Marquez is up to grips or up to par with the bike. But seems like Marquez he's back.
He's still outperforming his brother.
Alex, yes. Yes, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been looking at this and looking at that crash and the incident between the two. And it looks like it's some racing line drama here, but it's too close to call. And I remember you were picking aside when we watched the race and the highlights and stuff. You were picking aside and you were saying, this guy seems to be at fault, or this guy is the one who should have let go a little bit more. Personally, from an unbiased perspective, it was a really close call, and it was a really hard one to kind of say this one is at fault and this one isn't at fault. I mean,
racing incident.
There was contact, and that contact kind of spoiled everything in terms of balance and everything. Because hey, remember, this is a 2-wheel sport. This is not a 4-wheel sport, so balance is very key here. And watching it again and again and again, I've actually been seeing it on replay here, and I still can't make up my mind who was at fault. Like if I was the stewards, I would really have a hard time in punishing this. So what kind of helped you make up your mind? And could you share that with us?
Yeah, I think Pecco was at fault there. One, he was the driver. So it's a tight left-hander, and there's a change in elevation, as in you're going down a hill and then you're climbing up the hill. So both Marquez and Pecco are leaning into the corner, and Pecco is the one who initiated the contact. He's the one who bumped into Marquez. That's how both of them went off the track.
Marquez was cutting back. Okay.
Didn't you say the same for Marquez?
Yeah. I can't really blame anybody because you see, for Marquez, he was doing his own thing, and at that point, I think he was ahead. Pecco, on the other hand, he had a lot of speed and he was going to run wide, and that's when they collided. It's like they were racing without awareness of each other.
I wouldn't say it's awareness. I think it's a situation whereby
you're not considering that the other person is
there.
there.
Let me put some experience onto it because I have some experience in riding. It's a situation, yeah, and I've actually you see actually the way they crashed. I have crashed, but not somebody crashing into me. I have crashed in that similar way before. It's a situation whereby you can't really control your bike as much in that situation. Like you can't really just jack up your bike and you're not going straight or anything like that. You just have to pray that the curvature you're moving with is actually the correct one. You get me? I think it was a situation whereby both riders are coming into a corner entry, and the way they have positioned their bikes, that bike will actually move in a certain circumference. You get me?
Okay, MotoGP and Formula 1, they are a little bit different how they look at incidences. Yeah. MotoGP usually it's about who initiated that contact.
Who went for the other one?
Yes.
Okay. But you see, it's actually tricky. Like you roll 2 balls, yeah. Just
no. Marquez had the corner. Pecco was on the inside. Pecco lost the bike, and he picked up Marquez.
I'm just saying. I'm not putting it into the situation. I'm just trying to put it in some context. I'm saying like it was a situation whereby even if this guy didn't want to initiate that contact, he couldn't pull out at that stage of the corner where they were. That I don't know the leaning angle what it was, but it's really acute. Wherever they were, that acute, this guy couldn't do much when it comes to kind of pulling out from contact. So it was like you called it, a racing incident.
And to me, I would say it's a racing incident.
Yeah, and it's one that if these are the challenges that are happening in MotoGP and guys are penalized for them, I'm all for it. I mean, it's close.
It's close.
Yeah.
What was the official ruling for that?
I don't remember. But I don't think Peko was given a penalty for that. Because both of them, they went... Okay, I think FIM classified it as a racing incident.
Okay.
That's why I haven't seen any reports on Peko getting a penalty or something. But if we swapped the roles, because that is what Marquez used to do when he was struggling on the Honda bike. Marquez would sweep you in the middle of a corner. Yeah, he'd take you out in the middle of a corner. And Marquez used to get like long lap penalties, as in the next race. You don't have your penalty right now, so the next race will be at Qatar. I think it's middle of April. So
and that's Marquez track, eh?
Yeah, Marquez is the king
of Qatar.
He's the king of Qatar. So if Marquez gets a penalty, or if Peko gets a penalty after Portimao, if it's a long lap penalty, they'll have to serve it at Qatar.
So
yeah,
I'm looking at the official ruling by FIM. So the stewards have confirmed that the crash between Marc Marquez and Peko Bagnaia was a racing incident. Therefore, no further action will be taken. So
I'm not surprised.
It was a racing incident. Like I said, it was close to call. I was actually really curious to see you pick a side and say, like, this is the guy who initiated contact. So that's why.
Yeah, because they were both aware. Actually going down the hill before they negotiated for the corner. Peko was actually... Marquez was actually ahead. And when Marquez decided to lean in and take the corner, Peko decided to squeeze his bike inside there. So where did he want Marquez to go? Did he want Marquez to stand the bike and compromise his racing line?
Yeah, that's tricky.
Because Marquez was ahead.
Yeah.
If you are told to give a penalty, of course you'll give it.
But it is what it is, man. I think it's still leading to a tight championship fight. Because yes, it's race 2, but still we have Jorge Martin, who's now leading the championship, and Peko.
The way he celebrated, I think part of that celebration is Nani crashing out.
Who?
Martin.
That
celebration.
So the championship now we have Martin leading the championship. Then we have I think it's Binder. Yeah, Binder is actually between the championship.
Binder, he has what bike?
KTM.
Oh, KTM.
KTM.
Together with
Binder
Acosta.
is South African. Brand Binder.
Yeah, but Binder, then we have Enea Bastianini, now the second factory Ducati rider. Then you have Peko. And seeing how
Acosta.
Yes. Then Acosta is P5. We'll get to Acosta.
Okay. No, wait. After Bastianini, it's Bagnaia.
Yeah, Peko, yeah.
Oh, that's his okay.
And knowing how Peko is relentless. Remember what Checo did to Max at Jeddah. Sorry, I'm bringing Formula 1 back to this. But when Checo said, I think I can go for the championship. And then he activated Max. I think Peko now is going to be activated.
Oh, I remember I was the one on the bandwagon, on Checo's bandwagon. I was there. He's going to have a challenge.
Yeah. So the championship looks to be in Jorge Martin's favor. He's also a relentless rider. Last year, I think he made some really good strides to rectify his mistakes that he used to make. Because he was so close. Because I remember last year it went up to the last race, the championship battle. Now, this year, seeing his growth, of course, he's riding for a customer team, for Pramac Ducati. He has a really good bike. And he's now on a good roll. He's now leading the championship. I think now the ball game is the ball is on Peko's side.
Yeah.
If you
and
want
they're
the
going to
championship, you have
Qatar.
to. Yes, they're going to Qatar. So I'm seeing tight racing as in for the rest of the year. We have Marquez in the picture. We have Peko, we have Jorge Martin. And now let's get to Pedro Acosta. The 19-year-old. He's
KTM,
a rookie. He's a rookie. He's riding for Gas. It's a KTM satellite team or a customer team. Yeah. I think this boy, we have to put an eye on him.
You said he's one in a generation talent.
Yes.
Hey, look. I've also not seen much of MotoGP in my career, but I've been seeing the tabloids and I'm seeing the praises on this young man. And I hope
I've seen a lot of praises.
Antonelli situation because we have a Kalisi for him.
He's already in the top class racing.
I know. But I'm saying I hope it's not a Kimi situation. But from what I've watched from him, I'm also a fanboy kiasi yake. Like I mean, I'm vouching for him. I'm rooting for him to win, and he's doing some really.
He's from which country?
You said he's 19 years old.
He's from Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, he's 19.
I mean, look, the thing is that kid is doing at 19, man. Like that's some daredevil stuff,
Bro, he's 19. This is his first year, and he's already sending a strong message to KTM, the factory team.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
like,
need to give me a seat next year.
like,
Because this race weekend, his second race in MotoGP,
Podium.
he floored both factory KTM riders. That's Binder and Jack Miller. He beat them
that kid,
convincingly.
That's a
that
strong
kid is good.
message.
Yeah. So yeah.
Speaking,
I don't know where that's going to leave Fabio, because I was hoping Fabio would get the second seat at KTM. But now it looks like KTM.
you're still hanged on to Yamaha guys.
I've always been a Yamaha fanboy, and I will always be a Yamaha.
everybody has a team now.
Where is Fabio now?
He's riding for Yamaha.
Everybody,
And you want him out of Yamaha?
Yes, he's suffering. He's going through it.
everybody now has a team. Now we know you're a Yamaha supporter. Now, hey, from now moving on forward, we will be knowing our teams. Like we know in Formula 1, these are Red Bull supporters. I'm a Ferrari supporter. Now in MotoGP, because we also have to have teams that we can relate. Hakuna kuchagua Ducati, by the way. So we know he's a Yamaha supporter.
We're going through it, man. Lin Jarvis do something.
I've
It's
given
been
my
a
team
long
a
time.
shout out. I'm a Honda supporter.
You're also going through it, man.
Yeah. I'm saying they are not performing there. What about you?
Me, I don't even have a team.
Nah, you have to have a team.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a team.
Nah, come
Me-
on.
He's getting his
vouching
feet
for-
wet.
I'm also getting my feet wet and I have a
see,
team.
okay.
No, he doesn't have a team. I'm being honest. I've had conversations with Mushiri on MotoGP.
I know, but why I'm trying to squeeze him to get a team out of him and you're trying to
Okay,
defend him.
I'll speak when before the previous generation. Akina, when there was the what is his name? The Marcus Rossi and Lorenzo. So when that time I was supporting Yamaha, and when Lorenzo was fighting with Rossi, I was supporting Lorenzo.
Oh my God. Tungepatana hizo masiku, my friend, I would have punched you.
me I came and found
this is-
Rossi.
okay, what team-
Everybody's saying Rossi,
What team
screaming
are you
Rossi.
fancying at this point in time?
I'm just seeing. I'm
He's just
saying-
coming back into
I'm
the
just
story.
seeing. I'm having my eyes on like how what April is doing and KTM. Actually, KTM for me, if you ask me, is the one that fascinates me. Not because it has Red Bull.
No, this is what you're doing. This is
Not
what you're going
because
to do.
it has Red Bull.
I was
on
actually
it.
supposed to. I was going to give you a pseudo team. I was going to tell you, listen, you know what? KTM look to be doing okay, and you.
Okay, the reason why I have my own like you remember when you were discussing, you said that KTM doesn't have a superbike, and somehow they're able to make it somehow such
Love
things.
the underdog story.
Such things interest me, whereby people are able to do things which people don't expect. So I'm having my eye on them. I just want to see what will happen. So for me, I'm just waiting to see. But on the other hand, KTM has that Red Bull branding.
And that's like a turn on for you.
So maybe the attraction starts with from the livery.
Hey. Anyway, for the normies, or is there anything you wanted to get out first before I go talk to the normies?
No. That was it.
Okay, so for the normies, the Portuguese GP, a lot did happen, and specifically, if you're watching MotoGP for the first time in your life and are into these other sports that are more widely renowned, more recognized, of course, I'm talking about soccer and football. There were some hints and paying homages to some football icons. First things first, the checkered flag was waved by none other than the special one, Jose Mourinho.
It's called a special one.
Yeah, he's called. You didn't see?
Yeah.
They actually.
He was given like a caption. The
like
special
a caption, like that's called respect. That's the respecting.
That's mad respect.
Yeah, that's mad respect. And it's not the only respect and the only Easter eggs that were dropped, because Easter is around the corner. So we also had the winner of the race doing the iconic Cristiano Ronaldo celebration, the Sue, and we talk about influence, yeah? So, and we had the official MotoGP account saying there's only one way to celebrate in Portugal. And it was really interesting to see them.
I didn't catch that one.
You didn't catch that one?
Nah.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see that little thing going on. And
Sorry, Kidogo. You say, when I first saw Lorenzo riding, and Do you know what like fascinated me? He had a red and blue boots.
Yeah.
One
devil and the angel.
Yeah, that guy was like, who is
It's
this
the little
guy?
things. It's the little things. Who are you?
Who is this guy? Okay, continue.
So, I mean, that's basically it. So, personally, as a first-time watcher, seeing things like that, they're now attracting me to the sport. And it's crazy because the metrics of most watched motorsports was actually released. And you remember, after Formula One, it's actually MotoGP. MotoGP is now the second most watched motorsports. Form of motorsports. And huko chini down the line kuna ndio kina WRC wanatokea, kina WEC, kina Formula 2, IndyCar wako huko chini, NASCAR hata wako kwa list. Anyway,
okay. So when he went to Ducati, whatever happened there made me stop watch MotoGP. Because it was so much pain.
Yeah.
Well, Lorenzo went to Ducati.
Yeah, he was struggling, man.
I need to watch this Lorenzo guy that you're talking about this much.
By the way, I stopped watching.
It looks like it's a story for a lifetime.
Jorge Lorenzo at Yamaha.
No, this is the badass name guy.
Yeah,
Lorenzo.
This guy was clinical.
Yeah.
I mean,
as in lap 1, he's just ahead. He's the first guy. After lap 1, race is over.
I remember last year you guys almost got me into supporting this guy.
Who?
I think he's a cult hero of his own.
Which sport?
MotoGP. There's this guy I almost got into supporting. They used to talk about him a lot.
Other than the ones we have mentioned, Lorenzo, Rossi, Marquez. Who the samurai was?
He has a weird name.
The samurai. Who was the samurai?
Danny Pedrosa.
No, not the Pedrosa. He has a Ninen. The name. He has like 3
Ignoni.
syllables to his name.
Andri Ignoni.
God damn, why?
He used to race for which team?
I don't know, but it was
Ducati.
colorful. It was colorful. They were monsters. But they were sponsored by
Ducati.
Monster.
That was Yamaha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who raced for Yamaha?
It was Rossi.
Let me look at this lineup side. I don't think he's in MotoGP currently.
Yeah, probably. I think that's Rossi or something. Because Rossi has a cult following.
Quartararo. Fabio. Yeah.
El Diablo.
Unasikia hizo majina. Hebu listen to those
El
names.
Diablo.
What is that? A bull?
The devil.
Nah, the devil
Oh, the
himself.
devil.
Bruh.
But Formula One drivers need to have like call signs or something.
Yeah. It
But
will actually be cool. Yeah, that's actually cool.
Yeah, because I loved it. What does Marquez have? Because I
Marquez.
remember he had when he won the champion.
The doctor is Nani? Valentino.
Rossi. Yeah.
Marquez. I don't
Daktari.
think Marquez. Marquez.
Surgical
doesn't have.
precisions on the turns.
Doesn't have.
Nah, that's
There's
But
a guy
they
called
should
the
have.
dentist.
Who?
Oliver Miguel. Actually, this is Portimao. Actually, is his home race, and he's an actual dentist, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
that's even
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys,
There's Jackass Miller.
the cowboy.
Why?
If you were to participate in MotoGP, what would your call sign be?
I don't know. I think most of the time you are given the name rather than giving it yourself.
I mean, it starts with you, then it goes on to others. That's one way to look at it. I'm not one to be swayed by the crowd. I'm one to get it myself, then you move it.
Yeah, like I think for Rossi, one day he showed up with a doctor's something like an
Lab coat.
overall and lab coat and something, and then
And
he was given
stethoscope.
that name, the doctor.
So
You get it yourself. You take your name
but you
claim it.
you do it. You claim it in a ceremony.
in a way.
Yeah, if you can put it that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that was it. That was our mini-sode, our feature episode. This is plus 28, by the way. MotoGP, Portimao, Portuguese GP, really interesting. I'm getting into the sport. You should too. I'm loving it. Go watch the highlights, go watch the replays. For the guys listening in for the first time ever, welcome to the Pitboard discussions. Please follow us on social, subscribe to our YouTube channels. Do you follow on Spotify?
What?
Spotify, is it called a follow? It's follow, subscribe or follow.
Yeah.
Spotify, follow, subscribe. If you want to join our WhatsApp group, just DM us on any of the platforms and talk to us. Get into our WhatsApp group. Let's discuss motorsports. That was it from us today. Closing remarks, Mr. We need call signs, man. Come on, we need call signs for MotoGP. Now we already have some. Let's trouble some.
Yeah.
Let's trouble some. Done. Final remarks.
Now just looking forward to the Kota race, where Marquez is going to win. He's the reigning king of Kota.
That's in mid-April.
Yes,
That's too
mid-April.
ambitious.
Okay.
I
No,
would
hey,
say-
bro.
I would
Marquez,
say-
any left-handed track, bro. You
So there's Scotland, the German one.
yes, there's the Sachsenring. He's also the king of that place.
Closing remarks. The Statman. Closing remarks.
Stats man.
Okay, me
You
I'm
need to
just
get more stats into MotoGP.
okay. I'm also curious to see. I'm that's why I'm saying it's very ambitious for you to Nini, but I'm just waiting to see. Just
All I
waiting
can
to
say
see
is
if Marcus
I-
will return.
I'm not going to trust anything these two people say. That's all I can say. I'll just watch the sport for myself and get my own grounds, because these two always have some biases towards themselves. I mean, they might be factually correct in a lot of things, but they always have some biases. They lean into their biases in some way.
That's called being a fan, man.
I know. And
But
it's
how
fun.
are you not a Ducati fan?
I know you're looking at this and you're thinking Ducati. I
Because
actually have a
Ducati
Honda
fans,
one.
Ducati and Ferrari pips are the same.
I'm not joking. Oh
He
yeah.
has a Honda jacket.
Yeah, I have a Honda jacket. Now I'm even going to show you this. I have a Honda jacket.
How you?
Now that's how I actually got into Honda, and I remember the first bike I learned to drive. I mean, the first bike I learned to ride was a Honda.
Okay.
So that's how I got into Hondaring and Hondarism. But anyway, that's yeah.
Okay.
That's basically it.
And Honda Red Bull.
Fuck that, man. Anyway, that's it from us, guys. Catch you on the next episode. Peace out.
Yeah.